Okay folks, this is a little intro video to a couple of videos I'm going to make about casting detail pieces with plaster, making like rebar and columns and things like that. And I thought I'd do the start for the first video. These materials you're going to need if you want to actually have a go at this. I mean, you can see on the side the first selection of things I've got is wire. That's off old electrical cable. That's sort of a good bendable wire you can use to make rebar. Stuff that was salvaged off cable. You're going to need some straight pieces. This, just bits of bendable wire. Some soft wire. Some sort of square rebar wire, which originally come off this kitchen utensils tray. And then there's another thing you can use. These are bird feeders cut out. It doesn't matter what shape it is or what it is. What you should be interested more in is the scale for what you're working in. And this is another thing that you can use. This is like a kitchen reusable oven, kitchen grill. It's just like a plastic, but that'll work as rebar. Do you know what I mean? So you need to collect a few different varieties of mesh, I would say. This is your first point. Actually, doesn't have to cost a fortune. It cost me about 10 quid. I mean, there's also this scale as well, which is the fencing stuff, which is a little big, but you can layer it and get a nice effect from it, and you can buy rolls of that. You can buy rolls of any sort of meshing from anywhere. It's just finding the right one, the scale you want. Right, plaster. For convenience, because this is what I can get from locally, I'm going to use some of the lightweight hydrocarbon. It's a good product. It's not the toughest in the world, but it's a good product. Woodland Phoenix one, I use that quite a bit. I do prefer to use this stuff, Modal. It's like that extra hard casting plaster. It's very, very hard when it's finished. So, I mean, for this experiment, for this tutorial, you can use any plaster, but you've got to take in mind that there is different strengths and different toughnesses of the stuff. You're going to pot to chump all your rubble in and your scrap. A bottle of water, you know what I mean? Tools you're going to want a scalpel, you're going to want some cutters, you're going to want a hot gun. You can't work without a hot gun. No point trying this unless you've got a hot glue gun. I use these paint spatulas to fill in moulds and level stuff off with. It's quite handy, but you can use a piece of cardboard, you haven't got to have them. You need a casting board. I like this one, and it's like a piece of kitchen bathroom board, and like when you cast plaster off it, it gives it a very glass effect. But you also want some scrap bits of card, shiny ones, some plaster card. See, these are easy to take moulds off. You build the mould, like you'll be building the moulds with the balsa wood sheeting, which you're going to need to get. You're going to need that as well. And I would also probably say you're going to need some form of mould release just to seal these with. I mean, I've used WD-40. You can use that, it does leave a bit of an oily residue. But as you can see, that's basically what the mould is made out of, and it picks up the texture. Whatever you cast off, it'll pick up the texture. So you'll pick up wood grain, you'll pick up a smooth. So if you use anything, and it'll pick up a texture. You're also going to need a metal ruler. I mean, so I'm going to leave this video there because that gives you an idea of all the materials you're going to want to collect if you want to have a go at this process that I cast plastering. So I don't think I've left anything out. So that's what you'll be needing. Now I'm at part 2, and in part 2 I'm just going to cast a square section with a set of rebar in it for maybe a small 28mm scale, like some of the smaller rebar stuff, and I'll show you how to cast a plate that you could use for diorama, or you could use a process to make a double wall with a single one. I'll build a box mould, show you how to pour it and everything, and we'll see how that goes. So anyways, catch you in a bit folks, and take care.